to YouTube.
All right, and we should be coming up on live. All right, man, and we live. Hey, everybody, welcome to the channel. Taking a bathroom. The bathroom is the only place when you can play when you can place your gadgets in peace. Don't play with yourself in the bathroom. Hey, guys, you want to support the channel? Check out my ebook. It'll be in the description of this video, and also we have a PayPal donation. As you can tell by the title, guys, we're revisiting the world of IPTV. So we want to talk about how do you sell subscriptions to IPTV and what goes on behind the scene. And once again, we have with us with the owner, the sole owner of Double Agent IPTV service. Man, welcome once again to the channel. How you doing today?
Good. How about you?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine, man. I think what we can do is go ahead and give it like about 2 or 3 more minutes to allow some people to come in. Like I told you, I had it originally set up for about 12 o'clock, and I went ahead and switched it to 11:30. So we're about 30 minutes earlier. So let's just give it a couple of minutes, man, to let people come in. And those of you guys that can't see, I'm representing those LSU Tigers. You know what I'm saying? Go Tigers. Hey, Jesse Pittman, welcome to the channel. See you in the chat. How you doing today? So what's your favorite collegiate team, man? You follow sports much or what?
Me? Oh, man. Die hard. Like, so my favorite team is Notre Dame.
Who?
Notre Dame.
Who? They're still a team?
Yeah, they're still a team. And then I'm a Chicago Bears fan. So
God bless your heart.
Yeah.
God bless your heart. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Oh, man, my GoPro just fell off of my car. How you doing out there, Darman? Yeah, man. What's your record, Chicago Bears? What's your record?
I don't want to talk about that.
All right. Everybody out there taking the bathroom is a LSU fan and a New Orleans Saints fan. Just so you guys can know that. Have that in your mind throughout the season while we're doing good, you know.
Yeah. Do you play like DraftKings or anything or no?
No, man, I don't, bro. I don't.
Oh man, I should I'll screenshot it next time.
All right. I'm not a gambler, man. Like when I was like, what I was like 16 or something like that, my guard brother was shooting dice, and I tried to shoot dice and I lost all my money, and I didn't understand because those dots said you won. There's no recourse. Like there's nothing I can do to get my money back. There's no appeal or nothing. So I never was a gambler after that.
Oh, I got
Miami Hurricanes in the building. Oh my goodness. God bless your heart. Dallas Cowboys. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, they're pretty bad right now.
Man, that Prescott, how many yards he threw the whole season? I don't even know, man. Like they looked bad, man.
Yeah,
they looked bad. Well, guys, welcome to the channel once again. Enough filibustering. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Are you on your lunch break again?
I am.
All right. So we're not going to take too much of your time, man. So you guys, as you know, guys, last time we had him on, you guys talking me to doing a couple of things. So the first thing you guys asked him to do was another trial, which he did, and he did that trial. I thought it was a pretty successful trial, but I got kind of teed off when I had to come back on here and do a video because after that trial, you texted me and you was like somebody was DDoSing you, and for those of you that's in the comment section, it was asking what DDoS is. I know I was spelling the DOS, it's DOSS, I believe, and it's denial of service. So what happened is somebody get some bots or they pay somebody to go ahead and hack like your site, and they send like a bunch of fake traffic to overload your service, which basically have your channels buffering or leave your site where it's not able to be accessed by individuals. And I was mad because I know that you was giving all of my subscribers and all of my viewers a free trial. And so I just got ticked off, man. So I went back and I did a video. And I think the things that's happening in the IPTV world need to stop, because really it's like the wild, wild west out here, what I'm seeing, what I'm learning. And I think there's a lot of money out here to be made. And a lot of people, if you guys go ahead and put your heads together, you know, you don't have to work together, but put your heads together and kind of like find your market or find your niche. I mean, everybody can eat, but whenever you go ahead, hey Harold, thank you, man. It's DDoS. Whenever you go ahead and you DDoS each other or whatever, you make the user experience bad for everyone, and the end user is going to be like, hey, you can't trust IPTV because they always going down, they always buffering, you know. And another thing, you have so many IPTV services popping up, excuse me, that people invest their money, they hear today, they're going tomorrow, so it leave a bad taste in the end user mouth. And I just think, like, if you guys, when I mean work together, if you guys kind of like just like, hey, you stay in your corner, I stay in my corner, the best man win. I just don't get attacking one another. I don't get that. So man, go ahead. I'm talking a lot. I'm still a little ticked off. But tell us, as an IPTV service provider, what happened with that hack? Do you know who did it, or what? Where you at with that process?
So I really don't know who exactly did it. I think they used a VPN for one, because inside of the panel, it actually shows like what location they're in, kind of like United States flag, or, you know, Dominican Republic, whatever it is, wherever their specific location is. But if you ever get DDoS, what I noticed was that it has like a question mark. So it's grayed out question mark on their location. So I really don't know who did it, but I noticed it, and I was actually at I was gone at the time. So I was looking on my phone, just checking and stuff, and I caught it. Like, as soon as it happened, I caught it, which is just coincidental. So I was like, Olive Garden with my family, you know. But I'm always monitoring it, so I'm trying to make sure all my stuff is up. But I have an image. I couldn't screenshot the person because it happened so fast. But I have an image because they called us back or whatever. So by the time I got settled in with the kids and stuff, but here's the image of, kind of scratched out. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of bad. Maybe I should just email myself and then show you guys. But
Yeah,
anyways,
share it to your screen. Yeah, you can do that.
yeah.
But go ahead.
So what it did was, like, the way you could tell is that everything was rebooted at like 22 minutes. You look at all my streams there, everything was at 22 minutes at that time, because it happened 22 minutes ago after I got the kids settled in and all that other stuff, placed my order. I took that screenshot, and that's when I sent that to you to kind of just show you, which I honestly, I didn't think that, you know, it would happen to me. And I didn't think that was a thing either. I thought people were just making it up, but it's a thing. So I learned the hard way. I don't know why I got DDoS, because I'm just starting off. I don't have that many customers. I guess someone feels threatened for some reason because they see where I'm going with it. But I don't know. I don't really have an explanation for it.
I mean, like I said, man, it's a shame because, like I said, I'm not saying that you're the only one. I only can speak for this channel, but I know you have given this channel like numerous amount of trials. What's up, Big June? Numerous amount of trials. You give us a week. You've been pretty honest with us, and you let us know that, hey, you're just starting out. You want to kind of go ahead and test this server out or whatever. And not only that, but you vowed to get better. And when we did the interview, the individuals in the chat kind of talk you into giving out another trial, and they also talk you into doing something else, which is the title of this feed right here. This live show is selling IPTV subscriptions. Was that they asked you to get a reseller program? So where are you at with that?
So I actually created it. Let me go ahead and I'll screen share it, and I'll explain the pricing or whatever. But my pricing, I can guarantee you that it's never going to go up, even if I add channels, or if there's certain modifications that I want to make to the app that you guys are going to actually love. I just don't want to present it because I don't want anyone to steal my idea. I kind of told you, like, you know, on the low key what I'm working on. But let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up, Roy Sanchez? Marcus, what's happening? Harley, yeah, Ryder, you it's hard to stop DDoSes, especially when they have your information. Anthony Jefferson, what's up, man? Monroe, Louisiana in the house. Represent that boot. Gotta represent. Thank you guys for joining in. Right now, Double Agent, the IPTV service provider, is about to share with us his idea for reselling. You guys asked for it, and look like he's been hard at work on it, and we want to see what he have going on with it. And that's the great thing about, you know, YouTube, when you can interact with the individuals that's providing the service. You just go ahead, man, and you ask the question, and look, boom, the man went to work on it. So, Angelo, what's up? What's up? What's happening? 559 in the house, represent. Go ahead, man. You ready?
Yeah. So the way I have it set up is you could start off with 10 reseller credits, which is $90. So I can't. I was trying to. It's so for 10 reseller credits, it's $90, so it's $9 per credit.
All right.
Pretty much. And then, you know, as you go on, I have 100 credits all the way up to 1,000. So when you go up to 1,000, that's when you save at least $2,000. That's once you become big or whatever. Like I said, other services, they tend to like increase their price as they get bigger, or if they do some type of modification. I'm not doing that because, for one, you guys are helping me out, so I might as well help you guys out too. And then once you actually reach the 100 reseller credit, I'm going to give you personally 5 accounts for free. So if that way, if you want to do any type of trials or anything, you could use one of your accounts. We could create like a dummy account for you. You know, you can put trial and then whatever you want your password to be, whatever the case may be. So I'll set that up. But once you reach that 100 credit mark, that's what I'm going to do. At least you'll get free service also because you're reselling. You know, I don't think that you should have to purchase or utilize your own credits just because you're reselling. So that's my opinion. So that's the reseller credit. If do you guys got any opinions about that? I need to open up the chat.
So Robert Kane said he owned 2 IPTV companies, so his hustle is strong. And man, shout out to you, man, because what I'm finding out about IPTV service providers is that, man, it's definitely a hustle. When I'm talking to Double Agent, man, shooting him a text or whatever, I think it was Sunday, I was checking the certain streams of the NFL games for you, as I do with a lot of IPTV service that I monitor. And you was with your wife was driving and you was on the phone or something like that, man. Like so it's like, do you actually have a life? You know?
Yeah. So like for instance, so my wife was driving and I was over there on my laptop trying to like make sure my streams were working and stuff like that. It was kind of hard, but I got it done. And then there was a point where I just hit a dead zone for like an hour because I was in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't get like, you know, my Wi-Fi up off of my phone onto my hotspot. But yeah, that's my life, is just IPTV checking it constantly. I do want to go over something. So like this is what I have, and I'm pretty sure that someone's going to start using this idea, which is fine with me. I don't care. It is what it is. But you see it here first. There's a location. So after you join, after, you know, a couple days, I'll send you an invite and you can actually report your channels. And notice most of my Spanish channels actually were down, but I did not know that. And it took you guys, someone actually took the time, one individual took the time to report all of these to me. And, you know, since they helped me out, I helped them back out. But I pulled them all back up. So all these should be working now. I also have where you got channel requests, right? So I'm searching. I found a couple of these, so I got to update this. And then here's my added channel. So I'll leave it up for a month and you guys can see which ones actually got added just recently. And then improvement recommendations. Like I said, if you guys have any type of recommendations, just let me know and then I could go ahead and fix it, or, you know, do what needs to be done to try and correct the issue. And then of course, right now, these are the only 2 channels I got on TV catch up. I'm going to add more. But that's pretty much it for this. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the live screen.
All right. So you said a lot right there. So first of all, let's revisit the reseller panel. So what you indicated was that if someone was to request to be a reseller from you, it'd be roughly about $9 a credit. And if you get 100 credits, you would give them an additional 5 credits where they can use that as demos or something like that. I know one of the selling points when I was selling, when I was a reseller for Set TV, one of the selling points was to pull out a cell phone in the middle of a football game, a basketball game, or, you know, after church or something like that. and to show individuals cable on the phone, and then tell them that they can put it on their Fire TV or put it on the tablet. So you're saying that they're going to get 5 accounts where they can do that, or maybe they can set up a box and go ahead and put it in a barbershop or something like that, where they're not tapping into the actual reselling credits, right?
Yeah. So what's going to actually happen is as soon as I see that 100 credits, you'll get an email from me and say, hey, look, I'm going to set you up with 5 accounts. You know, 3 of them you can use as personal use. Okay. So those would be your personal use ones for your own home. And then the other 2, they could be like trials or whatever, or you could even use that in your own home until you're giving a trial out to somebody. So those will be done on the side. You won't even see that hit your credit panel because I'm going to do that internally on my end. So that way it doesn't affect you at all.
All right. Angelo Boss asks, how can I contact you? In the description of this video, you're going to see his contact information. So if you guys interested in that, you can go directly to his website in the description of this video. And you said it's on your website already, right? Correct?
Yes.
All right. He said he had to go back and make it a little prettier.
Yeah. It's kind of like I said, I added it last night. I just haven't made it look all fancy like the other people yet, but it's going to get the job done. So if you guys purchase now, you'll be fine. You'll be good to go.
So as we're talking about selling IPTV subscriptions and what's behind the scene of every last, well, I'm not gonna say every last IPTV provider, what's behind the scene of providing IPTV services, one of the new things that you got in, or I guess it's some great news. I take it as great news. I heard the enthusiasm in your voice was that you just received a new server.
Yeah, so what I did was I got a new server in. I got it delivered to my house. So I was pretty stoked about it, and I looked at it and I returned it back yesterday. And there's a reason behind it, because so the reason is because like when I purchased it, whatever, I looked at it, it looks good off of online, but then when I actually look at it itself, it doesn't have enough fans to support it.
All right.
So when I was talking about a server, what I planned on doing was pulling the streams internally, right, and distributing them out to you guys. And but to do that, it's more like a computer. So you would actually need a big computer in order to do that, to pull personal streams from internally. But that's got to be running constantly. And if you want to run it constantly, of course you need the fans so that we can stay cool and stuff. When I got it, I only had 2 fans. I kind of need more than that. You know, I usually, like my current setup, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fans to it. So it's like right here on the bottom, and then comes up also.
Yeah. Airflow is definitely important whenever you're dealing with CPU usage. Gabriel says the stream started, we started about 20 minutes ago. Roy, I haven't used double agent since I saw all of the channels stability issues. The question is for a double agent, how has that changed and how much has that improved in the last couple of weeks? So basically what he was saying is that, in his opinion, and not only his opinion, but a lot of people saying that there's a lot of buffering and the channels wasn't as stable whenever I don't know if he's talking about the first trial you give out or the second trial, but he want to know, how have you improved since then?
Yeah, so since then, I've improved immensely, and because like pretty much my streams are more stable now. So I'm looking at it. Before they were going out like every, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. Like it was pretty bad. And like I said, that's when I was trying to figure things out. And that's why I'm doing these live shows with you too. So that way people don't make the same mistakes that I did. Because I haven't had any guidance. It's just me trying to figure it out on my own. So like now it's doing pretty well now. It's getting even better. It would be better for sure like this Thursday and stuff, because I plan on like I said, I'm gonna go run and get the parts again. I'm gonna build another server. So it's gonna be more stable. And the thing too is about buffering. So what people think is that if it buffers, it's because your server is overloaded, not enough clientele, correct?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So in all actuality, that is one of the reasons why. But another reason why, and most people don't know this, is because where you're getting the product from. So if I'm getting it from, I don't know, we'll just say Tech IPTV, right? They're providing me the streams. Okay.
Yeah.
At a certain time, Yeah.
In the
So I said,
comments, says, "Oh, taking a bathroom, selling sources. That's why he's doing reviews on IPTV."
no, he's not selling sources. Okay, maybe I should just label it Towel TV or something, you know. But so if you pull those sources in from somebody else and they lag at a certain time, we'll say like 7 o'clock or whatever, because they get too much clientele themselves, their servers are overloading. I'm gonna see it on my end, if that makes sense. So
Yeah,
because
that
I'm
makes
grabbing it
sense.
from some other source, it's gonna do the same thing on my end. So if they're buffering, I'm buffering. And pretty much I got like I said, I've gone through about 6 sources already, and this is just me blowing money pretty much, and I'm putting channels to the test. So like I'll get complaints about certain channels, but that's because the source that I'm using is just bad right now. So certain sources have better channels than the other. um what I plan on doing is I'm going to end up eventually just pulling my local sources from my for myself. And that's the first thing. Well, that's one of the things that I'm going to do. But I also, as of right now, I'm using a total of 3 different sources. So if something's buffering at a certain time, I need to know that. And you guys could just put that in like the comments, kind of that spreadsheet that what I told you. And so that way I'm aware of it, because I can't monitor every channel, but I started noticing it between certain channels. Like last night, it was USA Network. It was lagging pretty bad. I think it was like 8:30 Eastern time. So I noticed it, so I switched my sources, and then it was good to go. So it's just things that I need to figure out, and that's where you guys come into play to help me out. And like I said, certain people, they've reached out to me and actually helped me out with this.
So basically, what you're saying is, if anyone out there looking to start an IPTV service, first of all, I remember you saying that you got $21,000 already into it, and now you're telling me that you're constantly, if you don't have the ability to pull your own sources, you'll constantly have to invest in getting other sources. Some of the questions have been so far. I think Justin asked about the how much per credit. It's $9 per credit, Justin. Um, Someone asked, can they change the name for their customers? So what about rebranding? And
Okay,
somebody,
so there's a couple people that do rebranding. I don't have the manpower to do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. So it's gonna stick as double agent or whatever. But like I said before, I'm gonna end up changing the name eventually. I already got a name. I already got a logo. It's just I'm revamping my current app so that way people could scroll left and scroll right on the TV guide and stuff. Once I release that, then you guys are just gonna stick with it or whatever.
is
Uh,
it possible to I mean, let me know that, hey, it's about what happened behind the scenes of IPTV services. Is it possible to create like an MU3 playlist or something from based off your current bill, or do that have to be like an IPTV smarter app or something like that?
no, I could build one. That's not an issue.
All
Ultimately,
right.
I could do that, and people could. So if
So
I build
if
that,
they wanted to rebrand it or have like because you everybody in the chat section press one if you ever resold IPTV and you wasn't able to rebrand it, and then the person go Google the original source and they get it for $2 less, so that's probably why they're asking.
yeah, no, that's kind of another reason why I'm staying away from rebranding too, is because for one, you guys are gonna be using my sources anyways. Um, it's just one of those things that I don't want to get into, because then say I get 100 people that rebrand, I do an update to my app. Now I have to do 100 different rebrands or 100 solutions pretty much. So like what I
Yeah,
mean by
yeah.
that is I have to rebrand 100 of them and provide the update for each one of those. So that's why I said I don't have the manpower to do that.
So another question is, does this IPTV service have WJTC? WJTC, do that mean something to you? I'm not familiar with that. That's an acronym for something.
I'm assuming that's a local channel.
All right. I don't know.
I don't know. I could Google it. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. What is that? What is WJTC? So Roy says he's willing to give your product another shot. Let me see what else. You're welcome, Justin. So when you want to become a reseller, they had to download your app. And then I guess individuals will need to know how to download it on Fire Stick and Android box. So Harley, I think you're asking, how do you charge them? It's the one-time fee for my box, then monthly for your IPTV.
Oh, okay.
So,
I know what
go
he's
ahead.
trying to get at.
All
It's
right.
pretty much starting his own cable company kind of thing, like selling boxes with stuff installed onto it.
Yeah.
I'll let you explain it. You pretty much know, but I've seen your videos.
Yeah. So basically, the way everybody market is different. Like, one of the things I hate is whenever I see people knocking somebody else's prices. Like, your market might be different than my market. So if you live in a community to where a whole bunch of people know about IPTV and a whole bunch of people know about Fire Sticks and boxes, then you got to be competitive in your prices to your market. What I do is I I originally I bought a box. I just did a video, guys, on how you can take a box, go to like Gear Best, buy a cheap box, program it, and let's say you buy it for $30. It's a slow box. It's not the best of boxes, but it will get off a good stream. You go ahead, you load it with some movie apps, and you put an IPTV service in there, and you include that price within the sale of that box, or you can give them a month free, fully expecting that they're going to continue it on the next month. But it's just how you go ahead and you price that. Now, you never want to price yourself to where you losing money. You can price yourself to where you're breaking even or when you're making less money. But when I sell a box, I try to give them a month free of IPTV service. That's the selling point of that box. And if they want to continue that, they go ahead and they repay that monthly. So it just depends on whatever market you in. And if they don't continue it monthly, then somebody been by the house and watched the fight. Somebody didn't watch a game or something like that. So they're advertising for you. And again, that price was included in the box. So I hope that answered your question. But yes, I would do it that way. I would buy my reseller credits and then go ahead and price it into a box. But the trick is that you don't want to get those high end boxes, because my problem is that I was selling low end boxes and people was eating it up for like $80. And then I was like, man, come on, these boxes too slow. I don't want to deal with it. So I started getting like some higher specs, and people, there's like $120, man. We ain't about that. So you got to know your market, man. Yeah, it's a local channel. He's saying it's a local channel.
Okay, is that ABC, NBC? Like, where's it based out of? New York, or I know it's not New York. It's probably Seattle. I don't know.
Yes, Roy Sanchez, the current prices are the same. In the description of this video, I should have those promos that he give this this channel. Yeah, so it's the same, Roy, just to make sure they don't undercut. Yeah, you're right. So that's another thing. Explain to individuals that's looking to start an IPTV company, or individuals that's looking to buy IPTV service. And I go back and forth with this in the comment section all the time with certain individuals, not everybody. The method to your pricing.
Okay, so the method to my pricing is it kind of does deal with people undercutting, but so once you get to that 1,000 point, then you're paying $14. I'm charging 21, right? So then you could probably price it out to like $18 for two accounts or whatever. So I'm still gonna get undercut, which is fine because you're already way up there and you built your clientele. So why not? I mean, I should let you guys be profitable too. I'm not gonna be too stingy. That's why my 10 credits is priced at $9 right now, which is still a little bit lower. But when you build a business or whatever, like your website and stuff, I know there's fees behind there. So you guys have to pay like your for your website, pay for your the transaction fees and stuff like that. So it would kind of balance out a little bit. So that's why the more you purchase, the lower rate that you'll get. That's the price that I'm sticking with. Like I said, I'm not increasing or decreasing no matter what. And that's pretty much it.
So those that's on here that's watching is either looking to resell subscriptions. How, I guess I'm trying to put it like this. Whenever you thanks for the super chat, Jason Wilson. whenever I'm looking to do this, and you mentioned websites, I know certain banks do not like dealing with IPTV services because they consider them risky. So how you go about getting someone to accept your credit cards? And before you do that, let me just ask James Wilson question. Have you tried to get the scrap APK? What do you think about it? And have you tried BT IPTV? I haven't tried the IPTV service, and I should have get the scrap since I messed with DS Team with Dell and them and Bo Knows and all of them, but I haven't tried to get the scrap yet. So I'm behind on that. So I really do have to go ahead and look into getting that. So thank you for the question, James. But back to, like, you know, where can we go to find someone to process our clients?
All right. So as far as processing goes, that's why I have it coded the way I do. So
All
I
right.
can't get dinged for it. So that's why I put on there to say like dual APK or whatever it is that I have on there. I labeled it to a way to where people think I'm actually providing applications for a server. That's the way I labeled it.
All right.
And
All right.
I would do something similar if you guys were doing that. Just try and keep it hidden a little bit, so you can put like repairs or just keywords that'll make it seem not exactly of what it is.
So, question: do you have like a template or something that they can look at, or?
I mean, they're more than welcome to go to my website. You guys can steal my info. Like, I'm not going to be mad at that. If I see a duplicate of what I have on it, I'm not mad at you for it.
Yeah. Cause eventually they helping out, your brand. Well, because they don't have the ability to rebrand, so you bring in more awareness to the service. So someone want to know, if they stop paying, can I change the password? I think that's what we haven't talked about, is the reseller panel. Once you get your reseller credits, do you have a panel set up? How would that work? How can I manage my people if I buy subscriptions for you and resell it? How can I manage them?
So what would happen is that you would actually receive a panel yourself, kind of like another product that's out there. They're a big juggernaut. So if you guys know who I'm talking about,
Are you talking
but
about Gears?
yeah, I'll talk about Gears. So it's kind of like them. You'll receive your own panel and stuff, and then you can add, manage, and all that good stuff. But what I plan on doing, and it was thanks to Tech in the Bathroom, is eventually, I want to say in a couple months from now, once I get my new brand up and stuff, because like I said, I'm changing the whole name, the whole interface. Um, It'll be set up to where it's automatic for you guys. So pretty much you guys would just pay a monthly fee for a website. So I would set up the website. I would set up to where it's automatic. So when someone purchases it off your website, boom, there goes the credit, and then you could charge by that. And then also you could go and buy reseller credit. So I'm gonna have two options. You could do it that way, or it'll just charge you by the credit. So every time someone buys, boom, you're gonna get charged from your account. Let's just say, I don't know, $9. I'm just gonna say $9. That's not what the price is gonna be. I've got to figure that out. I have to take it into play on.
Now you talking about the price for the website, not your current reseller.
Yeah, this is for something different. This is what I plan on for the future. What's going to happen? And like I said, what's going to happen is that I could just charge by credit, and that would help with your website. And I would tell you, like, recommend you here, go over here to process your payments, label it as this, whatever. Now, when you have to process payments, it does take like 2 to 3 days for someone to actually approve you. So they do like a light credit check and stuff like that. And that's something that people don't know about when they're building these websites or trying to get that type of information. That's, yeah, I don't, I hope that helps to an extent. And
yeah, I think it does help. I think that, guys, I had a conversation with them, and I think, guys, that was like one of the things that we talked about, was being able to have like a website where I, as a reseller, can just put money into something monthly, right? Like a set price. And when my clients go to my website, they buy, and I don't have to worry about going and get all kind of credits every month or whatever and say, oh man, I only got 3 credits left and I'm getting all of this traffic to my website. I need to hurry up and go buy some more credits. Nah, if I have a website, it'd be automatic. They just go there. So he says he's going to have that up in a couple of months. That to me, that's the most exciting part, because that's when you truly selling subscriptions as you sleep. I mean, overnight you're making money, and then the only job you will have is just to advertise, go out there and get on your hustle.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to make it as easy, as simplistic as possible. I know someone's probably gonna try and do this now that watches your show, which is fine. It is what it is. Sharing is caring. So
well, one of the things I want to say also to all of my subscribers and viewers out there, one of the problems I've been having, guys, if you guys notice that in my description of my videos, I usually have like about 3 or 4 IPTV affiliate links. Now, I only put in affiliate links of IPTV service providers that I know that it's a good service, or I had had a good relationship with them. I'm going to be pulling out a lot of those affiliate links. I'm going to keep Double Agent affiliate link in there, probably One Step TV affiliate link in there. I'm going to be pulling a couple of them out. And if you guys see me come on here and doing a review on the IPTV service, you're going to hear me say whether it's not it's a sponsored service or it's a paid service. I'm going to back away from, because what's been happening is people been soliciting me to do a review on their service, which is fine. But in a lot of times you guys ask me to do a service. So if I do a service of something that I see that I think the community need, I'm just going to go ahead and do it for free. But or if a lot of you guys ask me to do a review on a service, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for free. But what's been happening is that people has been inboxing me, want me to review their service, check out my service. And what happened is I do a review on their service, and you guys go and you guys patronize them, but the channel do not receive anything. And the affiliate links that I had, man, I mean, I had some bad experience to where I did a negative video on one of, and I tell them these guys don't own me. I did a negative video on one of the individuals I had an affiliate link from, and they just basically stiffed me, you know, like, hey, you don't get your money, you know, which is fine, man. And I don't want to be in that position to where I'm beholden to anybody. So if they really want our support from this channel, from this community, then they should support the channel, man. And that's, to me, that's the bottom line. But if it's something that the community want, of course I'm doing it for free. If it's something that I'm coming across myself, of course I'm doing it for free. But if they solicit me, again, if you ever hear me say this is a paid review, I'm just going to run through the review, show you all of the features, and I'm not going to give an opinion. Now, if I get excited and I be like, oh, I like this, forgive me, you know, but it happens. But that's where I'm at right now, guys. Just want to be transparent to you guys. And another thing with dealing with Double Agent is that this guy, to me, has been leading the effort to expose you guys to the behind the scenes of IPTV, letting you guys see what he's going through, and again, taking in the information, the feedback that you guys giving to him. You seen it. You guys said, give me a free trial. If he was able to do it, well, sort of able to do it. He went ahead and pushed that and did it. And you guys asked about a reseller program. I don't think up until that time, I don't think he was ready to roll one out. You see what the video was last week, I think we did, or the week before we did the interview. And boom, he have it up. And now he's talking about doing a website, and he's getting another server to help stabilize the channel. So you guys out there in the community, out there in the chats, viewing the videos and subscribing to the channels, you guys have power, man. And these companies that want your money, they need to give us access, like this gentleman is giving us access. If you give us access, I believe we can help make you better. I don't mind spending money on a working product as long as I know I have an input in making that product better, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's where I plan on going with it. I'm just gonna keep getting better as I go along. I'm making all the mistakes for you guys, so just like, but no. So there's an email that someone sent me, and I kind of want to answer the questions because I told them I would.
Go ahead.
So the first one was that he said I threw out 21K. How much of that was to build out the server versus paying the outside source streams? So that it's kind of like a catch-22 on that. So I built the server to hold the outsourced streams. at the moment. And so my outsourced streams, I could tell you it could cost anywhere from $4 up to $8 per stream. And that's dependent too. So where you go to get it, it could also vary as far as dollars go, because they charge euros or they charge United States money. That was, I hope that answered your question. Let me see. He also stated that, do you need to take a business class in order to start this? No, you don't. I'll be honest with you, you really don't need a business class. You just got to know how to manage your money to where you're not struggling all the time. And you need to budget properly for it. That's all it is. Figure out your finances and budget properly. Let's see. I think that's fine now.
Yeah, that's it, man. I think that's the most important thing right there. Is making sure that you have that budget laid out, and you kind of have a vision where you're going.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said before, I got a vision. I'm gonna make it happen. I just need the funds that make it happen. I've gotten people that have had good experiences, people that have bad experience. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm improving. I found a better outsource too. So you're gonna see my streams are gonna be more stable now. Plus, I'm pulling certain channels from in source. That's from me personally. I can only pull a certain amount. Just to let you guys know too, as far as local channels goes, I could get them. I just don't know if they're going to be 100% stable, because the way we pull the internal ones off of a like a satellite pretty much, and it pulls in that information. If I got buddies in certain locations, hey, can you hook this up real quick? Hook up an antenna, and then I'll stream it through him, like provide him some type, like a box pretty much that has the proper coding for it to get transferred on, supply them with a computer that can go ahead and transfer that type of information. So just to let you know that it's not going to be 100% with local channels.
So there's two train of thoughts, and the reason why I provide this type of series, today we're talking about the reseller program, because you're starting that off and how you can resell subscriptions to IPTV. But I know there's someone out there that want to start their own service, and you're sharing a lot of information. You broke down the price, the cost, the different sources. Last week we tried to get the sources out to you. You wasn't sharing it with us, but that's cool. But the thing is, whenever, let's say Joe Blow want to start an IPTV service, right? Hardware, we know you need a server, but tell us about like the transcoders or the encoders that you need. You need a computer, you need a transcoder or encoders. Those things can get pretty expensive, right? Do you need one per channel, or it just depends how many channels it can handle, right?
So yeah, that all depends on your server. There's a bunch of variables that take into place onto this. It's dependent on how many streams you're trying to pull. Okay, what bit rate you want those streams to be at. There's numerous things that take into play onto this. I'm not going to go in depth on it, but as far as like a transcoder goes, there's chips out there that you have to purchase and put it into your CPU pretty much, and that chip can go ahead and transcode that type of information. So you need like software also to do that too. And I'm not going to give out too much because I don't want to get DDoSing it.
yeah. That makes sense, man. That makes sense. I mean,
maybe that's why I got DDoS, because I'm letting out too much. But yeah. So like I said, what you can do to start off, here's what I would advise. You're gonna need one server at least that's gonna be your main server, and that's gonna hold your information for like your panel, your website, stuff like that. Then you're gonna need another server, at least another one, and that one's specifically for your streams. That's pretty much all the information I'm gonna let out about this, because like I said, I don't want to let out too much, but I'll let out just enough for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think that as an individual, I believe that you have to do your own research whenever you want to get into something. The thing about doing research is that a person have to know where to start. They have to know where to begin. So we appreciate you sharing that with us. I think the other thing I want to ask about the reseller program is, we talk about like different fundraisers, and I want to share the story with you guys. I helped coach my 7-year-old football team, and I was talking to the head coach yesterday. He was like, "Well, we need a sled, right? If you're familiar with football, it's like a tackling dummy sled or whatever, and it's like $1,000 or something like that." And I was telling him, man, you know, we can get together with the parents and go out there and see. I mentioned your service, and you know, some other people's services. Don't get mad at me.
No, I'm
It is
not
what
mad.
it is. It is what it
Yeah.
is. Other people's services that if we can resell it, you know, you're giving the parents value, and plus you helping benefit the team. So I mean, that's just different ways, guys, that you can go ahead and use this not only to benefit yourself financially, but it can be like fundraisers for church, fundraisers for organizations. You're giving the people something to value. And like offline, I talked to you about becoming like the world's finest chocolate of IPTV services. I mean, basically, you just need to have a niche and have that motivation. So those you guys out there, and you guys see that he have this reseller panel up. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It can be hard to sell subscriptions to something that people are not familiar with. IPTV service is something that people are not familiar with. So you have to definitely find your niche. You definitely have to do your research, and you have to be in communication. Like, I recommend that you guys buy from Double Agent because he's accessible to us. So there's a problem, we can get him on live, you know. I can shoot him a text message, you know. We can help get that problem solved. But if you don't go with him, you have to have access to the individuals that you're buying it for. Whenever I was reselling Set TV, the only access I had was what it was, some type of Discord. It was a Discord app where everybody would meet up and we would report things. And the day of, you go back and watch the videos, the day of Set TV shutting down and getting that letter, someone in my comment section, shout out to the comment section. We don't always get along, but I love you. So one of my comment sections said that Set TV was shutting down. I was like, no, it's not. Then I sent it again. So I made a video showing people that Set TV was still up. And that video had like over 60,000 views or whatever at the time before I took them down. And about 3 hours later, I had to make a retraction video. I know I shared the story before saying that it was down. Why? Because I didn't have direct access to the individuals providing the screen. I just was in a reseller chat group or whatever. So you definitely want to have access to individuals if you're going to provide a service. So if something go down, they're not calling Double Agent, they're calling and texting you. So
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing that I wanted to mention too is when you become a reseller with me, I'm creating a group me. So that way on that group me, you guys could just message me and I'll respond back or whatever. And that goes directly to my phone. So I'll try and respond when I'm available. Usually that's in the bathroom.
yeah, the only place in the house we can have peace. Hey, so Martinez want to know, would it be possible to add a VPN within your IPTV service? And Angelo Balls look like they want to start selling.
Let me pull up. I thought I was on the chat. So as far as the VPN goes, with my current server, I can't, and that's why I'm getting another one. So that way I can do that. But yeah, I don't know why. I can't figure out why we can't put a VPN on it right now. What I was thinking about doing was doing an internal VPN anyways, and then it just puts everybody in random spots. And that's my easiest solution as of right now. If that's something that you guys want, just let me know and I'll do it. It's not an issue. But as far as me giving out people's info, like if I was ever to get sued, man, I'm old school. Like, hell no, I'm shutting everything down, fucking destroying the stuff. Like, oh, excuse my language, but bro, you're not getting anything from me. So
Yeah, so you're gonna be microwaving hard drives and stuff, huh?
exactly. Take a torch to it. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Are you in the chat section right now? Do you understand what ER is saying? Make a video on who?
I'm trying to get into it.
How to become Warren Jackson? How do I become a reseller? And how does that work? What is needed on my end? So basically right now, what you need to do, Warren Jackson, is in the description of this video is going to have his website, and what you're going to have to do is download his app, and he have a reseller space on his website, and he have all of the pricing and stuff for you to go right there. So you just go ahead and resell those credits. You know, get your hustle on, resell those credits, show people how to download the app via Fire Stick, via Android box, tablet, cell phones, if it's Android based, and you're up rocking and rolling. It's $9 per reseller credit. If you get 100 reseller credits, he give you 5 credits for you to use for demos or for your personal use.
Yeah, so I'm going through your chat right now. I guess you guys like my current logo. I created it. It's actually a mixture of a Punisher and what's it called? What's his name? Venom, Agent Venom. So that's why it's called Double Agent, because they're both agents. So created that. That was customized, messing with Photoshop or whatever. But I have when I rebrand myself, what I plan on doing is making more commercial, so that way people aren't just staring at like this skull looking thing and, you know, kids getting scared or whatever.
Yeah.
So
So another question is, they want to know, can they create in the reseller panel passwords and usernames and add additional credit monthly?
yeah, so like the only thing that you need to do, and I have it set up to where it should be automatic, as far as you guys' reseller goes. So you'll be able to create your own username and passwords. Every username and password that you use will use 1 credit. And what would happen is that when you run out of credits or whatever, or if you're getting close to it, you just go and purchase it, and then boom, you should see it reflect within 20 minutes into your account. So you should get the credits automatically right after that. And if you are having any issues with that, like I said, I'm going to add you onto my group me. It's a reseller group me, so you have the direct source, which is me, and I can just go off my phone and make sure that you got everything in your setup properly.
So one of the things I like to do, guys, is like, especially whenever I'm selling something to somebody, I always like to get on my phone or grab an old-fashioned calculator and show people how they can make money. So if I'm buying 100 credits, right, at $90, right? So let's say 100 credits, and I sell that, I buy it at 90, so I sell it at 20. It's 3 connections, right? Per
For
credit, 4 connections per credit.
No, it's only 1 per credit.
1 connection per credit. So so I did 100, right? I got 100 connections, so I'm doing that as 1 credit each. So let's say I go ahead and the $90, and I multiply that by, let's say, 20 people. So if I got 20 people, I'm making $1,800 a month, right? Well, no, that's just, I'm selling it at $100. Hold on, let me get my math right, man. So it's $90. And if I'm selling it to 100 people, one of the things I was telling people when I was selling set TV is that I think it was around like $30, something like that. If you can get to like about 25 people, something like that, it was like close to like $16,000, $15,000 or whatever. They said when you say 10 credits, that's 10 people, right? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I want to make sure that every individual credit gets 1 individual line, right?
Correct.
I hope I'm not confusing the chat with me trying to do math on the spot. You guys have India channels?
We do not.
All right.
I plan on adding Filipino channels, though. I don't know if I know that's complete opposite of Indian, but still.
How many channels are you currently on the IPTV service now? How many channels?
For United States, or is it a specific country, or what is it?
I guess they're just asking period.
Period. I don't even know. I could count real quick if you want me to. Let's see. Let me pull up my app. So I have what, like 35 XXX channels. They should all be up and running. I haven't seen any issues with those. That or someone
No,
just
no,
does.
no, Roy. I made a mistake. It's not $90 for 100. That's me. It's I think it's 90 for 10. What you say it was?
So that's $9 each. But then if you
Oh.
sell it like I don't know, even if you double it $18, like you charge someone $18, you know, per credit, that's up to you. However you guys want to run it, just make sure you're profitable. But like I said, the more clientele that you get, the more money you're gonna end up making because the more credits that you could purchase.
So if you do $18, right? If you do $18 and you get like 10 people, you're looking at like $180 minus your $90. So you so I mean, so you making a little gas money, you know. But you gotta realize that's monthly. Like if you get like at $18 per credit and you sell to like 50 people, you know, you're looking at like $900. And then of course you got to go ahead and discount, you know, how many credits you brought or whatever. So I mean, my thing is if you have a community, like I live in the town, the population is like 14,000 people, right? So if I can get 300 people, I know more than 300 people. If I can get like 300 people in my circle, and then they can get like another 10 people in their circle, you know, however. Like I seen like some IPTV services have like 70,000 people easily. And they selling it for like $15, $20, you know. So think about that, man. Yeah, Roy, if you buy 10 reseller credits, you get 5 free. And one of the things he said you can use that as demo credits or whatever, you know.
Actually, it's once you get up to 100.
Again, me again with the math. Me again with the math.
So once you get up to 100, you're gonna get 5 accounts for free. You can use. I'm gonna give you automatically connect you 3 for your personal, and then the other 2 you can do what you want with it. If you want to use it as trials, or if you want to use it as your personal use, that's entirely up to you.
So each time I use it as a trial, I had to reset the password, right? When that trial is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll be able to do that. Like I'll have it set up to where we can do that.
Cause I put a box in some of these barbershops, man, and I said, hey man, you try in a month, they're gonna ride that thing till the wheels fall off. You know, so I gotta have the ability to cut them off.
Yeah.
So they want to know, are there any fees being a reseller?
No, it's just credits and that's it. There's no additional secret fees or anything like that.
Apologize for the misunderstanding. What would be the pricing for 15 reseller credits? Do you have it set up like that? Like I think you have like strictly set groups. No.
Yeah, so it's I think I have what 10, 25 or 50 or something. I can't even recall. I calculated it to where it's decent. Hold on. I'll pull it up right now.
As you're pulling it up, I'm gonna answer some more of the questions or submit some more of the questions to you. Dreams Music Production want to know, do you have channels from Jamaica and the Dominican Republic?
I got channels from the Dominican Republic. I have a Latin section. So para mis latinos, y sí, yo puedo hablar español también. But I have right now, I think like 97 or something like that. Latin channels, and that's just a variation of Puerto Rico, Dominican, stuff like that.
Yo, wow.
All right, so I got it up, and what it is I have 10 credits, 10, 50, 100, 250, 500, and 1,000.
All right.
So
hopefully
then, oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying hopefully that answered the question.
Yeah, and then my other thing too is once you get like the more that you increase as far as reseller credits go, so like you got that 100 right now, right? So we have 100 credits at the moment. I'll give you the 5 accounts, but then once you get up to 250, then I'm gonna add an additional one. And once you get up to 1,000, I'm gonna give you 10 accounts that you can use for your personal use. Plus, you know, I'm gonna give you an additional 10 for trials.
So Big June want to know, when will you be adding more servers? More servers
soon. Like,
Yeah. I think you mentioned you had one, you returned it, but you're planning on building one this week and putting it online when Thursday.
yeah, so that's exactly what I'm doing. So I already
Yeah,
got.
you're seeing how you see how we just keep pressuring him into doing better and better.
No, it's all good though. I mean, I'm just trying to improve the service. So what it is like pretty much I got some parts and stuff like that that are coming in. I have to actually build it. For me to build a good server, it's going to take me anywhere from like, I don't know, I want to say about 3 to 5 hours alone just to build it, and make sure, you know, test run it and stuff. So like, actually I could screen share. Let me show you something real quick.
For those of you who those of you who don't know what he's talking about, he's a computer engineer, and so you know that's why he's saying he's going to have the ability to build his own server. I know most of you guys in the chat probably don't have that specialties. So when we're talking about behind the scenes on IPTV or starting your own IPTV service, this might be something that you want to outsource, or this might be something that you want to go ahead and as he said, by other sources or whatever, if you don't have this capability. So
All right, so real quick, I don't know if
hey
you're looking.
Rivera, how you doing? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, if you look at my screen, you see this right here where it says activate Windows, go to settings. Yeah, pretty much I got Windows for free onto this computer. This computer that I'm on right now, I built it. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be sharing that, but whatever.
I got one just like it, but go ahead.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
So,
I have a couple of computers. I have like 1, 2, 3. I have like 4. Go ahead.
but yeah, no, that's how you could tell. So like you could get if I wanted to make this Chrome, I could make it Chrome, but I prefer Windows, so that's why you see this right here, activate Windows, go to settings to activate. I'm never going to be able to do that because I'm not going to buy Windows. Anyways, get off the screen.
Someone wanted to know is the loading speed for the icons in the APK, and that's something that can be improved. It's kind of slow to load even on the NVIDIA share.
Okay, so as far as that goes, the way I have it set up is that you guys can access it instantly. So if you look at other people's products, it'll show that little loading screen or whatever, right? And what it's doing is when you see that little loading screen, I had that on there previously, but it takes anywhere from like 10 to 15 seconds. And I had people that were like, oh, why is it taking so long? I'm like, it's really only 15 seconds, but still.
Man, look like you cut out on us, man. So hopefully we can get them back. So basically what he was saying is that the little loading thing that you see on some of them, he don't have that, and so it's still taking the same amount of time to load up. And so apparently it just make it seem that it's at a different speed because he don't have an indicator that it's loading. So I don't know if he's able to improve that. Nathaniel, hey, yeah, man. I think he's Harris. You won the lifetime subscription. He says he's supposed to be adding a new server this week, and hopefully those channels will be more stable. So hold on, guys. That's in right here. Hey, man, we up here waiting on you.
Man, I don't know what happened, bro. Like, my electricity went out for like a brief second. I don't know what happened.
Oh man, they DDoSing your servers. Not here attacking your electrical grid.
Yeah, nah, I don't know what happened. I think they're working on like one of our power lines or something. I don't know what's going on. I can't really see from where I'm at. So
will you be able to get back online, or you gotta wait for everything to boot back up, huh?
I gotta wait for everything to boot back up. But I'm probably gonna head out anyways because I gotta go back to work. I just realized that what time it is, and they're probably pissed.
That's no problem, man. We appreciate you coming on and share that knowledge with us. Guys, if you want to go ahead and get in contact with him, I'm going to leave all of the information in the description of this video. So shout out to him from getting the reseller program up and running, and shout out to him for coming on and speaking with us. There's anything else you want to say? I got you on speaker.
Yeah, so next time I do a live video, pretty much let's increase tech in the bathrooms people. So let's get some more subscribers for them, and I'll do another live video. That's the next time I'll come on live. So whenever, we'll say, let's add another 500 onto his subscription, his subscribers, and then I'll do another live video, answer more questions, and provide a little bit more in-depth detail onto how to actually start your IPTV service.
All right, man, we appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone out there in the comment section. Go ahead and let you go. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna holler at you later, man. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all we can get from here today. We appreciate them coming on and share their time with us. Hopefully you guys learned a lot about the service. I'm going to try to get, if there's any other IPTV service providers out there that want to come on. The only thing that I ask is that if you want to come on and speak to the subscribers, if you're able, try to have like a trial or something for these individuals that take their time. Because one thing I say about my subscribers and my viewers, if I send them there, you know, you're going to get business at the end of the day. They're going to try it. They're going to try it out. So if they continue to be educated in a manner like this, if you have a good product and if you're being fair to the subscribers, I think that they'll go ahead and they give you a trial. If you have a free trial, they'll go ahead and they'll try it out. And if they like it, they'll stick with you. So once again, guys, thank you guys again. It's your boy Taking a Bath. Until next time, peace. Don't forget to subscribe.